So if you guys are wondering how to chum with corn and how you can use corn the most effective way to catch carp, the most effective way is chumming, and the way to do that is take a bunch of corn in your hand and just toss it out in kind of a direct spot. You can spread it out a little bit. You don't want it all in one like pile like this big. You want it kind of in a nice little pile there, and then you want to have multiple if you're having multiple rods, and then you can kind of do like a light grazing of it everywhere too, just to keep the fish in the area and so they don't just sit on one spot, eat it, and then move without catching your bait. That helps too. And then what you're going to want to do with your rod after you chum is take your rod and then take either corn, or today I'm using this strawberry prepared carp and catfish bait that we found at the store. I've never used this for carp before, but it's got some scent, and we're just going to throw that on top because it's bright and colorful. And then we're going to throw that on top of the pile. Otherwise, you would take corn and just thread it onto your hook and leave it on top of the pile. You want to put it on top of the pile though, because if you bury it, it might be hard for the carp to grab, depending on how big your pile is. But yeah, that's how you're going to want to chum. And now let's try and show you guys an example of it working. Alright guys, there's the catfish. Got a little dirt on him right now, but he's got a little belly on him right there. Alright, let's let him back. He swam right this way. There he goes. Back in the water. That was cool. Trying to go for a carp though. Show you that chumming works, but it also works for catfish too. That kind of proves that point. Hooked onto another catfish. It took the pink bait this time. Thought it was a carp, because I did see one feeding right around here, but he's probably long spooked now thanks to this guy. Another smaller one. They don't get huge out here, but actually there are a couple monsters in here. I've seen a couple that are probably at least 20 pounds. Alright, look at the hook out and give you another overview. Alright, there he is. He's got a little bit of the strawberry stuff on him, but it probably tastes good and smells good, so he's fine. Alright, there he goes. That was cool. Got another hard-fighting little catfish. I finally got my third rod out. There was too much action. I could never get it out, but I cast it out into the middle just to try and catch these guys. Well, I wait for the carp to move in, and here he is. Circle hook is right in the corner of the mouth, right where it should be. I still think I'm gonna need my pliers. These guys have hard mouths. Oh, no, never mind. I got it. But there he is. I think he just pooped. But yeah, there's a catfish. Let's let him back go. Cool. Another quick tip for you guys when you're chumming or using any kind of chum or bait like this, you don't want to put that too close to each other. So I have this pole right here, the far pole, is out in that corner kind of. This pole is straight out in front of me, and then this pole I'm just free lining corn and casting out to the middle for catfish. But the piles are separated. You can have in the middle a little scattering if they're close enough, a little scattering of it, but you really want them spread out, because if you have one right here, and right here, they're just gonna plow through it really quick, and you're also not covering a lot of water. If you have one down there, there could be fish down there that are gonna want it. If you have one out here, there's fish down here, and have one to the right even, you can cover most of the lake, at least most of your side of the lake, really easily like that. And that's what I would personally recommend doing. But if you know the carp gather in one area, chum only that little area. But yeah, there's just another little tip for chumming for you guys. Right there, there's a huge crawfish. Try and focus off my hand now. There he is, crawling around. That's one of the bigger ones I've seen in my lifetime. That's cool. I think this is our third feisty little catfish. These things fight hard in here, not gonna lie. And this pond is real nice. You can take a couple pieces of corn on a hook and cast it out to the middle and catch them easily. There he is. Hook came out nice and easy. He's barking. We'll let him back. Still trying for a carp, but whatever. I'm just enjoying myself out here. It's like 55 degrees, it's spring, so it's just getting warm and it feels real nice. Fish are moving, catching fish. We have a chance to get another 25 pounder like yesterday, or even bigger probably, that's in here. So yeah, let's keep on going. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap up the video here today on the channel. That was a fun one. We caught a bunch of fish. We saw the crawfish. And one more thing I want to mention, which I don't think I did mention earlier, is that chumming is not legal in all 50 states of the United States. I don't know how it is outside of the United States, but in the United States, I know it's not legal in all 50 states. In Illinois, it is, so I'm good here. Make sure it is before you do, because you don't want to get busted by the DNR for something that small. So yeah, make sure you guys do leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys all later. Peace out.